Apologies. Hello, it's me. Um, yes, for the past 40 minutes, I have been trying to help my aunt figure out how to use her Android phone. Um, it was an experience. But, yeah, so hello, it's me. I am exist. And yeah, today is just gonna be mining. Wait a second. Oh, I can't say I didn't expect this, but hmm, perhaps it is time to go down one layer. Well, I kind of knew it from all the sandstone that was happening here, but still. Oh well, it should be fine. It's morning, so everything here should be okay. Damn, I didn't think this through. Maybe I should have, Oh, I'm hitting sandstone now too? Okay, well, this is not good. I hear a witch. Anyway, yeah, today is just gonna be mining. That is literally all I'm gonna be doing. So, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so let's talk about some things, alright? I can't just be mining, we gotta talk about stuff. Basically, why haven't I been streaming these past few days? Well, on Monday, it's because I had way too much stuff to do. I could not, I couldn't really stream. I just simply didn't have the time. Meanwhile, Tuesday, I was just lazy. Like, I have no real excuse for Tuesday. That's just on me. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry about yesterday not streaming. Monday it was out of my control, but yeah, I could have streamed yesterday. So you might be wondering, what am I using all the stone for? And that's a good question. But if you've been paying attention to the past few streams, I've been wanting to um, spawn-proof the Nether fortress to make the Wither skeleton farm for a while now, and I am only just getting around to getting the stone for it. Originally, the plan was to do this off-stream, but I am such a procrastinator that I can't do it unless I actually do stream the process so that I can be held accountable. Um, so yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're just mining stone and cobblestone. Actually, we need cobblestone as well. I have for now, I have a shulker box that I can use to hold most of this stone. I think I'm gonna have to have many, many, many double chests full of stone before I can even bother. So the method I'm gonna be using to spawn-proof the fortress is using stone slabs. I'm just gonna sort of go to my stone cutter or bring a stone cutter with me and then continuously spawn-proof everything. I'll probably stream the process of laying everything as well, so don't worry about it, you won't be missing anything. Even if it is a very tedious task. As for how I've been doing lately, pretty okay. I mean, I will be going back to university in September. I will be doing my third year. And when that happens, I doubt I'll have any time to stream for the coming months. I am a software engineering student. Anybody who does any form of engineering knows the absolute pain that one must go through to do it. But, it is what it is. And so, yeah, I'll be doing that. But what I've been doing these past few days is I watch a lot of VTubers, alright? I watch a very unholy amount of VTubers. And, I don't regret it, but it's kind of consumed my life. Every day when I wake up, I literally just watch VTubers. It's kind of unhealthy, to be honest, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's literally all I've been doing, like all summer. Um, as for just general things, I started reading a manga like the other day, like on Saturday, I think, called Kingdom, and it's really good. Like honestly, I don't know why I didn't pick it up earlier. I didn't watch the anime. I don't know what's happening in the anime right now, but I am like 100 chapters, give or take, away from completing, well, being caught up to date. It's still releasing weekly, so um, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to, honestly. Just reading this manga and watching VTubers, and that is that has been my life for the better part of the past year, probably. It's wake up, go to do classes, because the classes have moved to online, right? Um, do classes, watch VTubers, be sad, and that's it. Alright. Okay, I'll leave this out here. Let's put this in here too. Oh. So I don't think, you might be wondering, why do I stream at such weirdly unopportune times? It's not, I wouldn't say it's by choice, but basically I live with my family, right? And I don't have great soundproofing. Well, I do have decent soundproofing, but I don't like. I'm very loud. Even now, my door is closed, so that I don't have to disturb anybody. But the reason why I stream at 11 a.m. EST, well, I try to stream at 11 a.m. EST. It doesn't always work out, as you guys know. I was an hour late today. I'm very sorry about that. Is because at night when my parents get back, they don't really want to deal with some, like, their child screaming like a gremlin, especially when I'm playing games with my friends, right? Like a game like Apex, it can get very shouty, and I'd rather not put that pain on my parents after they've had a long day of work. Eventually I will, I wouldn't say I'll change up streaming times. I do still stream at night, but I try to stream during times where my parents are awake and not like trying to sleep. So yeah. As for the schedule for the coming weeks, I haven't really decided. I may or may not be playing Left 4 Dead. So if you like Left 4 Dead, then hey, a stream's coming up just for you. Yeah, that's really all the updates I have to give you guys. I mean, I don't really do much, which is very detrimental for a streamer or YouTuber. You gotta constantly be doing things. Like, I don't know how vloggers do it. They're just built different. Their ability to just continuously, like, never endlessly having topics and reacting to things and whatnot, it's very impressive, and I have nothing but respect for those that dedicate themselves to their craft. That's good. But I am not very interesting, I guess. I wouldn't call myself interesting. I sit at home every day and I do nothing. Even if it wasn't for this pandemic, I think that would be my exact same life. I have no real interesting stories. I'm the third year. Well, I'm going into my third year of university, and I have not done anything interesting since. I mean, part of the reason Why is because sure, I'm in engineering, and engineering is pretty rough, but even then, well, also because everything's been online, right? So, wait, is this cobblestone? Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Alright. I might need to go out to repair this pickaxe. I'll gather cobblestone later. This stream is literally called 2 hours of mining, so that is exactly what I'll be doing. Oh wait, I need to torch the area. I already did that, okay. Why is this not torched then? What the heck? I've been slacking. It's like, wait, why is it so dark? Did I forget to put down torches again? So now it's time for some real quality content. Just me mining. I don't have really much to say, honestly. And another thing that makes a good streamer is to have very strong opinions. And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, you just need to have strong opinions. And do that enough and people will flock to you to hear your garbage or hot takes or your very cultured tastes. As for me, I don't really have very strong opinions on anything. Oh, what the hell? Okay, hold on. I don't know why that happens. Like, why does that happen? I get that it happens on multiplayer servers, but that's only because, you know, lag happens, and nothing you can do about that. But why does it happen here? Playing single player. Don't tell me Microsoft made this like a online only game. God damn. Now I say that I don't have very strong opinions, but I think my friends would very much disagree. I think, you know, actually let me rephrase that. I don't have strong opinions about many things, but the things that I do, my opinions are extremely strong. And perhaps even uncultured, as one might say. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, let's... Wait, I still have tons of stone. What the hell am I doing? Alright. Let's keep on mining. Yeah, I was thinking of digging down one layer. Because, like, or two. Because I don't really want to deal with, like, the beacon running out of, like, juice. Well, I could rebuild it, like, right here, I guess. In the middle. Just move it up a bit. But I don't know, I can't really be bothered. The biggest problem right now is that this... Oh no, I'm very close. You know what? Alright, I'm gonna dig down. Forget what I said before. This is very bothersome, but I have to do it. So this is the cobble mine. Okay, yeah. So if we dig 2 down, we should do 1, 2. Okay. Shoot, I need to retorch everything then. That's super annoying. More annoying than one might think. 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. No, this is so annoying. I would rather, like, dig somewhere else, to be honest. You know what, let's just deal with the fact that I'm going to the surface, and then deal with the consequences later. Oh boy. Oh shoot, there's water here? Oh, okay, this changes a lot of things. What? What in the world? Okay, I've made a terrible mistake. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment, is what I have done. Alright. Forget everything. I am rebuilding this cobble mine somewhere else. I've reached the limits. Alright, tell you what. I will... Where did I put everything? Okay. This shulker box shall house a small portion of stone. Yeah, you can see the end, whatever more, so... This is my silk, right? Okay. What I will do is I will rebuild this beacon at a different location. Well, not a different location, but like... you get what I mean. It'll probably be... Okay, we'll see. First things first, though, is... Shoot, I don't have any iron on me. Oh, I see. It's not haste 2, it's haste 1 now. Okay. Honestly, this is so unfortunate, like having to keep breaking down and rebuilding beacons. I was honestly planning to make the wither farm just so I could get more beacons to get more haste 2 beacons. But no, I need the wither roses. That's the biggest thing I need the skeleton farm for. Reminder to everybody that hasn't watched any of my Minecraft streams or are just tuning in now, that the whole point of getting this stone, it's all like one big whole like system that I have to go through. But I need to mine stone, get slabs, completely spawn proof a fortress, which I have already picked out. Then from there, you need the beacon. Come on. There we go. Okay. From there, we can then build a wither skeleton farm using the wither roses that I've already previously collected. This looks like a good enough area. I think I've already started one, right? I just didn't complete it. Yeah. Oh no, this is the strip mine. Okay, that's fine. I've already dug out a large enough space. Might as well. Okay. Putting it here is kind of a pain, but let's not worry about that. Actually, yeah, alright. I'll put it like here. Oh boy, this is gonna use a lot of coal. It's fine. I have 2 pickaxes for a reason. But anyway, so this is all for the purpose of making a ghast farm in the nether on the top of the nether. In previous streams, I've already reached the top of the nether. I have a portal leading there and also a way up. Like I used the nether breaking method, I guess. And then make a farm for gunpowder and gas tiers, so that I may use end crystals and, I don't know, revive the ender dragon, kill him again. I haven't thought that far yet. But for sure I want a gas farm, because having that weird, like, budget Walmart mob grinder is kind of unfortunate. It works, but like it's very inefficient, like I said. And while I did say at the beginning of the series that as long as it works, it's fine, I'd rather like have a steady source of gunpowder instead of like broken bows. Okay, I reached it. I think that my biggest fear right now is just random gravel ninja attacks. But yeah, this is the whole stream, boys. The whole stream. Just mining, and me trying to think up topics interesting enough to talk about. Is it working? I don't know. Well, the mining part is. I'm certainly getting things done. Maybe I'll test out, like, stream times, see what sticks, if anybody will actually watch during, like, the evening hours, because I think that's when most people will watch streams, right? Like I said before, the reason why I stream so early is to not inconvenience my family, so... Man, there's a lot of andesite. Should get rid of all this. Let's go back to the earlier discussion about Kingdom. First off, it's so good that it pulled me away from VTubers for like 4 days. That's a very for those that don't know, that is a very big feat, honestly. It's just very fascinating, like the way the generals fight, like their understanding of the situation. The fact that, you know, there's a lot of like philosophical, like, should you really be doing this kind of thing. For those that have read it or watched it, they should know what I'm talking about. I don't remember how many layers this thing has. I think it's the base is 9, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. You know, perhaps this was not the best place to build a a beacon of this size. You know what? It's alright. Especially since... Okay, wait, this is just dumb. If this is the entrance, then the middle will be, like, way farther in. Alright. Hold on. I'm having a small brain moment. I'm gonna... In the end, I am going to have to dig inside and, build the beacon there. Maybe somewhere like here. I can't wait for gravel to come hit me in my face. The construction of a beacon in such a enclosed space like this is actually quite the tall order. Surprisingly, I didn't think it would be anything, but now that I really think about it, the amount of space that this thing takes up is not, like, small. Not to mention that I had to bring a piece of glass with me so that I can actually make everything work out. Anyway, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, shoot. Yeah, something. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, this is annoying. This is it, right? Okay. Excellent. Speaking of which, I didn't just like start watching VTubers for the sake of watching VTubers. Uh, that came out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but you know, topics. I need to talk about something. But I actually, well, first off, of course, if I'm reading manga and I'm watching VTubers, I have to have watched a couple anime, right? But yes, I have. I think I haven't kept a very strict record of like on my anime list. I just watch. I think I have just under 1,000 anime watched. And depending on who you are, that might be a lot. That might be very little. You might actually be wondering how long I've been watching for. That's very important as well. I've been watching since I was in 6th grade, so I'm going into 3rd year university. So that is 9 years. Am I doing that correctly? The math correctly? Right, all the way to grade 12. That's 6. 3rd year, 9. Yeah, about 9 years. That sounds about right. Honestly, if you've been watching, especially if you're seasonal, right, you should be able to reach that number no problem. Let's keep on going. Oh boy, alright. This is rough. Oh yeah, that's perfect. But is it though? Well, it isn't, but okay. Two, three. Let's just use stone. It's the easiest. It might be nighttime up there. If so, that can prove to be very annoying. But as for there we go. I knew it. Okay, so this is a problem. I am in the middle of the ocean. Ideally, I am not in the middle of the ocean. However, life is hardly ideal. Now they're drowned after me. Great. It's lovely. This is closer than I expected, honestly, but alright. Now I need to think about something. All the way down there is my beak hidden. And I need to light it. Beacons can cut through water, right? I'm gonna assume they can. Is that a bad assumption? Perhaps. Am I gonna go with that? Yes. So I need 1 piece of iron and a piece of glass. So let's grab that. Now, I've said a lot of things that I would do, such as, holding the important villagers in cages. I haven't gone around to that. I think what has happened. Yeah. I think what's happened to the villagers that have, like, my masons and my high tier villagers, I think they're being targeted by zombies. I say targeted, like, specifically they're taken out, but like a lot of them have been dying, I think, from zombie attacks. So, following that logic, despite all the iron golems around, they're very useless. They wander off too far, basically. But wait, there's a lot of them now. Wait, what happened? What's going on here? There's like 30. What happened? What's going on? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I think the main cause of the problem is actually the villagers are being attacked at night because they can't run away enough. There's a lot of buildings in my village, but a lot of them are inaccessible for majority of the for the majority of the villagers. Like, I will come back at night and they will literally be like, hold on, hold that thought. I need to search for the place that I just, you know what would have been smart, actually, noting the exact coordinates. Oh, I think it's right there. Yeah. Is the drown still there too? Doesn't seem like it, but the wandering trader is still there. What is this? This is complete garbage. Alright. I had hoped you'd have something, but I suppose not. Will it cut through? Excellent. Great, I have Instamine again. But now this place is very dark and very spooky. So let's change that a little bit. Let's make it less dark and spooky. There's this one, like, design for a super pyramid that has every possible beacon power in it. Eventually, yeah, I'd like that, but right now, I don't think it's possible. Simply because I don't have the wither farm. I don't want to farm the skeletons needed for that manually. But yeah. Let's get to it, shall we? There hasn't been nearly enough mining today in a stream dedicated to mining. So the original purpose of this strip mine was to find lapis. That was a small brain play on my part because I could literally just trade for it. I didn't know. Let's just, I don't know, nonchalantly light everything up. Avert your eyes, people with OCD. Avert your eyes. But, shoot, I've already forgotten what I was supposed to say. I was talking about something, and then it completely left my mind. So what was I saying again? Shoot. You know what? Probably not important. I just remember talking about anime. But yes, I watch a lot of anime. If you've been paying attention to the things I see on stream sometimes, I think I let a little bit too much information loose, but since it's probably out there, I do regularly exercise. Well, surprise, software engineer exercising, impossible. I exercise pretty regularly at I think, oh, what am I doing? Yeah, at around like 4 every day, which is why the stream usually cuts off at that point. Even when I'm doing the long streams where I go out and eat food, I still need to exercise, so that's why the stream stopped there. So if I were to change the stream schedule from what it is now, which is every day except Sundays at 11 a.m. EST, it would have to be after like 8. Because what I do every day, right, is I go, do exercise, like shower, and then eat. And that is my life. I definitely have andesite somewhere. Alright, maybe not. Be gone. This one. Oh yeah, I should put this in here as well. Huh. Oh, this one already has mending on it. I was thinking about getting a mending villager. Not a mending villager, sorry, a feather falling villager. I have a mending villager. But when I thought about it more, I was like, is it worth the time and effort? Do you know how long it took me to get the mending villager? Too long. That's the answer. It took way too long. Now I'm sure mining into the center, alright. Nice. This is a very big area. I think they can still cover it though, so. Oh, we're starting from here, eh? Okay. Let's start actually, like, seriously torching it. There. If we have some sort of structure, it should help a lot. I think I want this 5 wide right now. So we're going off. This is the center? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, gold. I have no use for it right now, though. Oh yeah, I also plan to make a gold farm. Key thing here is plan. I don't actually know how to do it yet. I think it involves like angering a bunch of zombie pigmen on the top of the nether, but how to do it is completely beyond me. I'm gonna have to do more plagiarism. I don't know if it's the efficiency 5 and haste 2, but like the shovel feels very slow when digging out things. It might be because the set dirt actually makes a sound, like, and I'm pretty sure the speed is equal, but alright, let's conduct this in an orderly fashion, shall we? Every torch should now be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, sure. We'll leave it at that for now. Now all torches must line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay. And now, oh, it's because this hasn't been unlocked yet. I say unlocked, but wait. Uh-oh. I am confused. Oh, I'm gonna need more torches. A lot more torches. Henceforth, this will be my stone mine. Now, if I find anything cool, then cool. If I don't find anything cool, then cool. Dude, lapis, ooh, okay. Perfect. Now let's line everything up. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. As much as I'd like to preserve the gold right now, that is not 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now it's much more orderly. Cool. Yeah, I need to make more shulker boxes, but Alright, well for now that is pretty much it. Not for the stream. I still have like almost an hour to go. But well, less than an hour, I think. I'd say like 40 minutes. Now we're gonna keep mining. Yep. Okay. Running out of stone space. That is okay. Okay. You know, sometimes I wonder, what is the trick to this? Not to mining stone. The trick is to mine. That is the only trick. But like, there's some people, right, who can just make the most mundane things interesting. And I'm fascinated, like, truly. Because first off, that is a very fascinating talent. Second off, like, how do they do it? How do they do it? There we go. So, like, what's the trick? Well, the trick is to be interesting, charismatic, I guess. And while I'm none of those things, you know, I try to strive to at least try. And also, it's probably like the streaming times, honestly. When I really, like, I hate to blame outside factors. I admit that I'm not very interesting, and also that I'm just sitting here mining stone. Right, and I don't give off the best reactions. Wait a second. I will admit all of that, but like, hmm? 2, 3. I almost set off a firework here. Nope, please don't do that. Okay, yeah, everything here looks good. My biggest worry is branching off too far out, but I guess that should be okay. The last thing I want is to have a non-haste 2 efficiency 5 mining session. That would actually be awful. I heard you. What? Get out of here. Ah, yes. If you ask me what my favorite anime of all time is, it's Naruto. I think anybody who watches this will be like, ah, yes, you're one of those people. And I hate that. I hate that. Like, no, I'm not a shonen bro, though I'd admit that a lot of the shonen shows are very good, right? It's not like I don't give other shows a chance. There's a lot of people in the anime community where they're like, ah, yes, I only watch, I don't know, like, I only watch shonen, nothing else. And I'm like, but why? I just like, I don't know why I like Naruto so much, okay? I really don't, but it just, I think it's, half of it is a bias because it's my first anime, and it's also just very well done. You know, minus the filler, which makes up about half the show. I refer to Shippuden, by the way. I don't mean the original Naruto. I didn't watch the original Naruto. And for a lot of Naruto fans, that sounds like blasphemy. But honestly, if you watch Shippuden, all 500 episodes, all the way through, you don't need to watch the original Naruto. Shippuden covers more than enough in flashbacks, fillers, and all of those things. That's why I enjoyed Shippuden so much, because I didn't watch the original Naruto. I just watched Shippuden. So anything that was considered filler or things that people should have already known, I didn't. So I was like, cool, this is great. I think I've rewatched Shippuden. No, I've watched Shippuden a total of 3 times. Right? The first and second time, I watched all 500 episodes. In fact, I was watching it weekly, the first time around. And the third time, I was like, okay, wait, what if I didn't watch the filler part? I only watched what was important to the plot, and it is so good. It is so good. If you have not watched Naruto, like the original one, I highly urge you to watch Shippuden. That show is just, it's so good. A lot of it is like, very like, dumb, I guess. But like, when the parts are good, they are extremely good. Oh my god. They're extremely good. Ah. This is a problem. How much is stored in here? Okay, not that much. Just string. Oh, this is full of eyes. Hold on. They are loud as always. I truly hope I didn't get rid of anything that was important just now. Or through all of these throws. This farm, man. I've been debating whether or not to make a Enderman farm, because it's not too hard, but I do need the Endermite, and that in itself is very annoying to get. But yeah, I don't know. Whew, boy, this is gonna take a while. Right. What was I gonna say again? I was talking about my favorite show, Naruto. Shippuden. Shippuden is very important, alright? Anytime you say Naruto, everybody thinks of everybody thinks they're Shippuden, but they also some of the people think back to the original Naruto. The original Naruto was fine. Okay? It wasn't perfect, it wasn't great. Okay, well, no show is perfect. Right? There's always some flaws even in the best, and even in the greats, right? They can be considered masterpieces, but they can still have flaws. That being said, Naruto Shippuden just does everything way better, right? Naruto's more mature. He knows what he's doing. Well, that's debatable too, but you know what I mean, okay? It's just better overall. And plus, they give you so much information on the original Naruto that the original Naruto becomes redundant. It's you know how people hate JoJo part skippers? They're like, I don't need to watch part 1 and part 2 because part 3 is is completely irrelevant to part 1 and part 2. So I'll just watch part 3 instead and get all the stands. And people don't like that, and I can understand why, because part 3 doesn't really have any, doesn't tell you anything about part 1 and part 2. They make the assumption that you've watched it and make callbacks to it. I think it's either part 6 or part 7, the one that's soon to be animated, or the one that is coming out soon, TM, is when they start making a lot of callbacks to all the previous JoJo's. But Shippuden isn't like that, okay? Like, if you imagine if in part 2 of JoJo, the entirety of part 1 is played in full, and then you, inside part 2, and then you also get part 2. So it is legitimately irrelevant to simply watch just part 1 and then move on to part 2, because part 1 is being replayed in part 2 anyway. That is Naruto Shippuden. If you watch Naruto Shippuden and not the original Naruto, you will still get the same experience, the same everything, word for word, all the major arcs, and then, like, you're good, you're golden. I don't like people who are like, oh, what, you don't, Shippuden's your favorite anime, but you didn't watch the original Naruto? What's wrong with you? I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, well, clearly they watched the original Naruto first, and that's what spurred them on to watch Shippuden, but I watched Shippuden first, because it was like, I don't know, it was better. That's a hot take for you. Remember when I said I didn't have any strong opinions? There you go. What else? What other shows do I like? Okay, so I like Gintama a lot. The very comedy-based, but also very highly story-driven show about Gintoki and his weird misadventures and his past. I like that show. But the bad part about the show is I don't understand the watching order. I kind of gave up on it. Like, I haven't finished Gintama yet because I don't know where it starts and where it ends. Like, I watched the original Gintama, like the 90s one, I want to say, because it wasn't made in the 90s. I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass, but and I watched like the next season and the next season, and then there's like I don't know if it's a joke in and of itself, but there's like Gintama the final part 2, and I'm like, what? So I kind of just want to read the manga, to be honest. I usually don't do that. I'm very much a type of person to really enjoy the anime first. It's not the case with Kingdom, the manga that I've been reading recently, because I did not know of the existence of the anime. I'll watch that right after I'm done the manga. Well, caught up at least. But like a lot of the manga that I've read, I've actually watched the anime of it, and I was like, I must see the end. Okay, like, this is so good, I need to see what comes next, and I cannot wait for it. Such was the case with Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars, for my non-weebs out there. Food Wars, I watched the first... Okay, this Food Wars came out at a very interesting time in my life. This isn't anything serious, it just happened at a very interesting time. Basically what happened was, something happened. My internet service provider kind of exploded. I don't know what happened. And the internet just died, like, straight up. And we didn't have internet for like a week and a half. And I was in high school at the time. I don't remember which grade, but I was in high school. And by then I was already a seasonal anime watcher, right? From the 6th grade to 8th grade, it was me catching up with all the best anime, right? You know the ones, you know, like, when you go to, like, what's the best anime, and then you watch them, like Full Metal Alchemist, Angel Beats, like, if it was ranked high, then you would just watch it, right? Naruto Shippuden, Bleach, One Piece. Goddamn, I'm still watching One Piece weekly. When is it gonna end, Oda? Probably never. Like, the really highly rated ones, you just go through, watch it. Hell, I even watched SAO. That's right, I watched it in its entirety. So a lot of those 2 years was spent simply catching up to like all the things that other people had already watched. And so until I hit like high school, that was when I started watching seasonally. Of course, I haven't watched all of the greats, right? It was only recently, maybe about a year ago now, that I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, which was amazing. It was really good. And then a few years before that, I watched Hunter x Hunter for the first time, and that was really good too. But I didn't watch it in my that 2 year binge of watching great shows. That being said, I started watching anime seasonally, and because they come out weekly, I had I had the time. You're in high school. What are you gonna do? Sit in the corner and jack off. That's what you're gonna do. But the I sort of like watched weekly and then went back to an old show, well, old quotation marks, and then watched that in the downtime where there was no anime that I was interested in. And so Food Wars came out during the time when I had no internet. So I would come to school bright and early, like 7 a.m., sit down in the cafeteria, connect to school Wi-Fi, and I would watch Food Wars. And that was how I passed the time for like a good little solid like moment or two. I think at that time Food Wars had already come out with like 6 episodes, so I was watching Food Wars, and yeah, and I was instantly captivated. I mean, I had watched shonen before, but this was an entirely new type of shonen. For those who cook or work in the cooking industry, I do not. Like I said before, software engineering student, have no idea what goes behind the kitchen. It is a fascinating look, and it's obviously very dramatized. It's a shonen anime. They gotta play it up, but like, the food looks amazing. The power scaling is very cool. I mean, food and tasting food is very, very subjective, right? There are good techniques to food. Like, there are like objective things, like don't burn the food. If the food is like supposed to be like juicy chicken and it tastes like beef jerky, you might have messed up, right? But a lot of the tastes and flavors are very subjective, so it's very dependent on the judges and how well the chefs can match the tastes of the judges. And that is a very interesting power scaling, right? It could potentially lead to infinite power scaling. It could go on forever, because cooking is the type of thing that cannot reach a pinnacle. There is no absolute best 10 out of 10 cooking, okay? And no, your mom's cooking doesn't count, okay? But like, it was such a fascinating concept to me, right? And that's why it ranks. I think I would give it like 3rd place. Okay. Can we talk about the last arc? Spoilers. Big spoilers for Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma. If you haven't watched it yet, the whole thing has come out in anime form. If you haven't watched the whole thing, or you haven't read the whole thing, be warned, this is the final arc, the last few chapters. What is with Blue? Okay, like, I really didn't like that arc. If they, even like the Azami arc part, like at the very end, they were kind of like pulling things out of their butt, but at least it worked. If they concluded it right there, where Irina was made headmaster and Soma was made first seat, and they ended it right there and be like, and the Food Wars continue, I would be like, hey, that's great. Okay, not the best ending, but an ending nonetheless, and I would have been satisfied. But no. For some reason, alright, they had to make a new arc with midnight chefs. It was actually one of the dumbest decisions they've ever made, and it was awful. Like, truly. Who thought this was a good idea? Who was sitting at Jump, right, in the big long table, and like the mangaka comes up and goes, boss, I've got it. What if we made evil chefs? They're chefs, but they're bad chefs. And everybody was like, excellent. Like, the whole like superpower thing was also like really dumb. Um, it really hurt Food Wars as a whole. If I do not include that final arc and only consider up to the final fight with Azami, Food Wars easy 9 out of 10 for me. Okay, but again, this is all personal opinion, right? I'm allowed my own opinion, even if you think it's wrong. I'm allowed my own opinion. Same with yours. Honestly, Food Wars, 9 out of 10. It is such a good show. It's got the fun laughs. It's got the interesting science behind like the way they prepare everything. It's excellent. It is absolutely amazing. And then they messed it up. Why did they make the final arc? Oh my god. Why would they do this to us? And well, now you know how I feel about that. And it quickly went from a 9 out of 10 show to like a 6 out of 10. Because that ending was so god awful. Like it seemed like the author was running out of so many ideas. He just slapped together a bunch of things. Here's Soma, but he's bad Soma. Okay, he's not Soma. He's the bad guy. Oh no. But yeah, it's still I choose to ignore it out of because Food Wars as a whole is just so good. But yeah, I choose to ignore that final arc. And without that final arc, 9 out of 10 anime. Honestly, if you're reading Food Wars or you're watching it, please, once once you reach the end of the Azami arc, please stop. Okay? Please don't go any further. I beg you. Okay? If there's anybody out there that's watching this stream right now or watching the VOD of it, please do not watch or read the last arc of Food Wars, and it will save you all of your sanity, and you will come out of it believing that this was one of the greatest mangas of all time. At least for the greatest food mangas of all time, and food animes. Very few can compare. It's such a niche topic too, right? Like, how do you make a manga or an anime about food without it going into like weird territory? Okay, that's that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. So I gave you my number 1 and my number 3. You might be asking, well, then what's number 2? So far the tastes have been very shonen based. Well, I'll tell you. Number 2, the number 2 spot belongs to No Game No Life. If you have watched any amount of anime and you are an overseas, like an international viewer, you have no doubt heard of No Game No Life. From that, I can almost assure you that that's the case. Season 2 when, by the way? I heard that The Devil is a Part-Timer, which is also ranked in my top 10, is getting a second season, and I was so happy. Holy crap. But like, you know, No Game No Life, sitting right there on the shelf, gathering dust. And no, I'm not reading the light novels, because imagine reading. Like, No Game No Life was just incredible. What can I say? If it had another season to lead into more things, right? Like, let's give an example of what I would consider a 10 out of 10 anime that's airing right now. Attack on Titan. Anybody who has watched it can probably agree with me, right? Attack on Titan is a masterpiece. But it is only a masterpiece because of all the things that led up to it. I would not consider Season 1 a 10 out of 10. It is an excellent concept, but it's missing that, like, oomph, right? When people were like, oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's anime of the year, I'm like, what? No, it's too early for that. There's not enough seasons, right? Not enough things have happened to Itadori and, you know, the gang to warrant a 10 out of 10 anime of the year, whatever. Like, there's simply not enough time to show everything, right? If it hasn't wrapped up completely, how can you possibly give it a 10 out of 10? Um, so like that's my opinion on the matter, right? No Game No Life was an excellent anime and one that I hold near and dear to my heart, but it isn't quite a something that I would give like a 10 out of 10, right? Because it hasn't ended, right? There's still so many more that the anime has yet to explore that I cannot in good conscience give it a 10 out of 10. Same with Jujutsu Kaisen. It is not a 10 out of 10 anime. It's good. It's very good, and it's on the right track. But it has not reached the point where I can consider it a 10 out of 10. Something like the final season of Attack on Titan, Part 2. It with all the seasons leading up to it, right? The things that they've encountered, the politics, the lore, the people themselves that they've grown. Of course, it is a 10 out of 10 anime. There is no room for argument there. But because not enough has happened in No Game No Life, like I can't give it a 10 out of 10. The fourth one, I don't think anybody would agree with me. It's just a personal favorite of mine, but Erased. Erased is my fourth favorite anime of all time. Why Erased? Because it's good. It's good. It has the same problem with Shokugeki, where the ending is god awful, but everything leading up to it is incredible. It's absolutely amazing, right? The I plan to read the manga eventually, but right now, like, it's so good. Like, it's just so good, and then the ending messed it up, and everybody was just like, well, that's that ending, 3 out of 10. But honestly, that's so harsh. I guess it's just a difference of opinion, right? A lot of people consider the ending to be one of the most important parts of a story, right? If it doesn't end well, then it's a terrible, like, piece of art or piece of work. I disagree. Hold on. I disagree with that notion, right? I think that's kind of an unfair way to judge something, but, to each their own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. But I certainly believe that if given in like a second cour, right, like a full 24 episodes. Wait, am I remembering this wrong? It's been a while since I've watched Erased. Let me look this up. Yeah, it only has 12 episodes. If it was allowed to go the full 24, there is not a doubt in my mind that people would remember it as a very solid, amazing anime, right? Like a true 9 out of 10 anime. But because of the ending, and it's so rough. The like, honestly, yeah, even for me, right? Despite it being what I would consider my fourth favorite anime, it is very, very rough at the end. Very, very rough. It's disappointingly bad. It's like, it's Wonder Egg Priority the special bad. Alright? Like, if you guys are watching seasonally, yes, it is that bad. I can't, it's probably a 7 out of 10, honestly. That's the best score I could possibly give it. The emotion, the characters, just the overall story is incredible, but the ending is just so poor. I can't fathom why anybody would make the ending that way. I don't understand the ending, and like, it's just bad. What can I say? There's nothing I can say to defend it. I just really enjoy everything up to the ending, and it's so good up until that last part that I highly recommend you to watch or read it. Everybody says the manga's better, but everybody always says that, so don't take their words with a grain of salt. And yeah, try it out. It occurs to me that a lot of my favorite anime I know from the English titles, but not the Japanese ones. While like most of the anime I watch, I typically remember the Japanese ones. But number 5, I'm only giving you my top 5. I don't have much time left. So the 5th one is an anime and subsequent manga called Heaven's Lost Property. Um, now the people who know their anime or know their manga are probably like, what? Confusion is, understandable. So the basic synopsis, if I'm gonna sell it to anybody, is one day this dude is just walking around and an angel falls on him, and this angel is somehow like kind of omnipotent, well, not omnipotent, but like can grant any wish, and he just kind of messes around in a slice of life way. And I like my comedy, I like my slice of life. All right, I consider number 6 or number 7 Sakamoto, if you guys have watched it. Great anime, loved it. But like, so it's like, it's the super ecchi, like basically a million different anime fused into one kind of show. It's like, one could say that any ecchi will is like, can be substituted for it, but I disagree. And it is because this anime goes and sort of throws you out of a loop. Now there's this dark undertone in this comedy slice of life, like harem ecchi anime, where like you kind of like there's like a little bit there that where it's like not fully explained, but you can tell that something's up, right? You don't know what, but something is up. And the anime doesn't delve that far. I think they only had the money to like, hey, let's make an ecchi show and make easy money. And while I have no problems with that, all right, if they had just taken it a couple steps further, it would have been absolutely amazing. For those who have read the manga, they might know what I'm talking about. Basically, what happens in the story is a bunch of stuff happens. It subverts your expectations, but the only hint I'll give you that is a major spoiler, so if you don't want to listen to that, mute my stream right now and then unmute it in like 20 seconds. But you find out later that perhaps everything is not quite real. And that was a twist I wasn't expecting, and it takes a very story-driven turn, and I was very surprised by that. I read the manga. The movies, don't watch them. They're not great. They end off on a cliffhanger, and they have not animated anything since. So you will not find closure through the anime. You have to watch. You have to read the manga, unfortunately. But yeah, that's really it. I could go through a bunch and like explain the rest of my top 10, because I do have a top 10 that I have a go-to. I have a go-to top 10. English is hard. But explaining that would take a long time, and I'm almost out of time. I need to go soon. This was not the full 2 hours I promised. So haha, get clickbaited. But next time, maybe I will do something other than mining. Perhaps I will finish this through. But knowing my work ethic, probably not. As for the rest of this week, I may do a Left 4 Dead stream tonight or tomorrow. It all depends on my friends. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I might do it today or tomorrow. But tomorrow at 11 will be Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Sorry, not the Blind Forest. That's the previous game. Thursday will be Yakuza. And then Friday, I'm thinking of playing Shovel Knight. This is a bit of a different run. Shovel Knight is a game that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I love my platformers. This is why I'm playing so many Metroidvanias, by the way. But I have already beaten Hollow Knight and its subsequent side stories of Plague Knight, King Knight, and Death Knight? I think it's Death Knight. The Reaper. I've already played through all the storylines, beat them all 100% and on New Game Plus, but I want to achievement hunt. And think of it as a speedrun. I have yet to play the game and not die a single time. I've always died at least once playing the game. The furthest I've made without dying is probably up until for Shovel Knight at least. So I'm attempting it for Shovel Knight. The farthest I've made it is probably, I want to say, like Treasure Knight. I don't think that's his name. I think it's Treasure Knight. I just call him Bioshock Knight, but yeah, I think that's the furthest I made it without dying once, and it's not great. I want to beat the game without dying once, get that achievement, and that'll be the stream for Friday. Saturday, I might be playing Minecraft again. I might play Gungeon, because it has been a long time since I last played Gungeon. At least seriously played Gungeon. So look forward to that. Then, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I was so late. Like I said, I was helping family out. Family comes first. Vin Diesel, 2021. But yeah, I think I'll end it here. Look out for either a stream today or tomorrow for Left 4 Dead. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the TND Prime, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and the schedules will probably come out tonight, so yeah, see ya.